can't believe she got a tattoo. It's so tacky. I hate the letter C so much. It's so disgusting. Oh my gosh.
Why is she being called into the principal's office?
Oh, you didn't hear? Well, she had an older boyfriend who graduated, and I guess she couldn't keep her legs closed, and she got knocked up. So they're trying to get her to tell who the baby daddy is.
You need to be the one that talks to her because she actually likes you, and she's come to you on multiple occasions.
I don't think it's none of our business though.
I think that it is, because that boy has ruined her life, and we need to know who he is so that he can stand by her and help her.
Why am I here?
Yes, Hester, are you willing to give up the father's name of your child so that he can receive the same attention as you and help you?
Yeah, isn't it also true you have a boyfriend, young lady?
I don't know where my so-called boyfriend is. It's none of your business anyways. I'm going to class.
Here, I know it's your favorite.
Oh, what, did you spit in this?
No, who do you think I am?
Thanks, I needed this. Then why are you here? My life is already hard as it is.
Listen, nobody better figure out who I am, because if they do, there will be consequences. Especially your little friend in there.
Okay, I won't tell anyone.
But I am going to figure out who you slept with.
So you divide the 40 to get the 80. See?
Oh, okay. I get it now. And also I wanted to talk to you about something, because my friends, they all think that you're kind of rubbing off on me, because recently I broke up with one of my boyfriends, and now I'm with someone entirely new, and they kind of think that you have a bad influence on me, so I just want to let you know that I'm like completely switching tutors. So,
Okay.
thanks.
Why does everyone hate me? I mean, I know I did something terrible, but that doesn't make me a bad person, right? Even the people that really need my help don't accept it because of my choices.
Now let's move on to talk about Hester's baby, whose name is Pearl. To Hester, Pearl was her world, her treasure. Hester dressed Pearl like a princess, emphasizing her natural beauty and grace, but did not dress herself the same. What Hester feared the most was that her sin to be cast down to Pearl. She wants Pearl to be independent and not be categorized as the daughter of a cheater. Just as her mother had broken the rules by having a baby, Pearl did not follow the rules at all. Hester recognized Pearl's wild, desperate, defiant mood and her temper. On one summer's day, Hester was doing homework while Pearl played with some flowers. Out of nowhere, Pearl gathered up these flowers and made a bracelet out of them. She then began to place it on her mother's wrist where the scarlet letter was. Confused, Hester looked at little Pearl with wonder and proceeded to say,
What are you?
I'm your little girl, Mother.
Are you really my child?
Yes, I'm your little Pearl.
No, you're not. You're not my Pearl.
You
Tell me who you are.
You tell me, Mother. You tell me.
Well, I believe God sent you.
No. I don't have a godmother.
Shut your pie hole. Don't talk to me like that. God sent me. He sent you.
Tell me, Mother. Tell me.
Hester was still doubtful. She remembered the students gossiping and trying to figure out who Pearl's father is, which they believe that is someone out of school. They also try to figure Pearl out too, observing every weird action she does and trying to connect these actions to a man Hester has crossed paths with. A few days later, Hester Prynne decided to visit Hawthorne High after school, bringing along some of the paperwork that would allow her to finish high school. Other than dropping off her important paperwork, another reason for her visit was that she had heard a few rumors that she was incapable of raising little Pearl and that child services might have to be involved. If only Hester lived in better conditions than her small apartment and wanted to get a part-time job, maybe it will help her case and people will not be thinking about taking little Pearl away. Already at the age of 3, little Pearl was old enough to walk alongside her mother, as energetic as a child can be. Compared to Hester, Pearl was equally as beautiful, with vibrant eyes, a stunning complexion, and nice glossy hair. Especially with the well-designed clothes Pearl would always wear, as opposed to Hester's plain and dreary clothes, it suited her and brought out her beautiful features even more. Although the nice clothes Pearl wore made her look nice, it attracted the attention of others.
Look! It's the teen mom with a little mistake beside her. Let's throw some mud at her, okay?
However, Pearl, being fearless, sent them some threatening gestures while running after them and yelling at them. The children didn't dare go near Hester and Pearl, running away with fear. Quietly, Pearl came back to her mother with a look of satisfaction. With Pearl, the fearless child, by her side, Hester didn't encounter any more problems as they continued their path towards Hawthorne High.
Mommy, I want the sunshine. Give it to me.
I can't give it to you. You have to get it yourself some other way.
Grabbing Pearl's hand, Hester tugged Pearl along, walking to the front doors of the school. As she entered, she saw Principal Bellingham's secretary and proceeded to walk over towards her.
Oh, is Principal Bellingham here?
Oh yeah, she is. Unfortunately, she's busy. She's in a meeting.
Oh, it's fine. We can wait. It's somewhat urgent.
Okay.
Oh, look, Mommy, I can see you. Oh, yes, I can see myself too. Come on, run on. Let's go. We need to go to the garden right now.
By grabbing Pearl's hand, Hester directed her towards the garden. As they were out of the building, once the garden was in her sight, Pearl ran ahead towards the garden. A red rose caught the attention of Pearl, and she decided to throw a tantrum over it.
Mommy, I want them. Mommy, I want them. Mommy,
I'm sorry, I can't have them flowers. Sorry.
No, don't do that. You can't do that to the flowers. I think I hear somebody. Let's go.
Hester grabbed Pearl's hand and rushed inside the building, scared of being caught. Once she was inside the building, Hester started to look for an unlocked and empty room, with Pearl following behind her. Fortunately, one of the rooms were unlocked and they rushed inside to hide. A young refined lady in an elegant dress peers down the hall. It's Mrs. Bellingham, principal of Hawthorne High. With her was Mr. Wilson, Mr. Dimsdale, and Mr. Chillingsworth.
Oh my, now what do we have here? I haven't seen little kids like you in my high school. How'd you get in here?
Oh, Bellingham. Look how cute she is with her pigtails. Why are you here, little girl? Who do you belong to? Do you have a mother? Are you a good or a bad child?
Yes, I do have a mother. My name is Pearl.
Oh, the very same Bellingham that we've discussed. Where is your mother, child? Hester? Hester Prynne.
Hester, we've discussed your situation a lot and we have a lot of concern about all this. We don't think you're capable of taking care of Pearl.
I am capable. I have learned so much from this.
Excuse me, you really think you can teach her stuff from just that?
I can. She can learn from her mistakes. She will not go through the same path as me. I swear.
We'll be the judge of that.
No, God gave her to me. You can't take her away. She's mine.
Young lady, I assure you that she will be taken good care of. Maybe she'll be better off without you.
Speak for me. You know how I am. You've been my teacher. You know I'm capable of raising her. Please don't let them take her away from me.
Hester is right. Is the bond between a mother and daughter not sacred? God gave Pearl to Hester not only as a sin, but a gift as well.
Well said, Dimsdale. And here I thought that she was using the child for money.
Of course not.
You speak with strange earnestness, Mr. Dimsdale.
This is too much for Mr. Wilson to handle, but I think what Dimsdale said is important. I think we should leave things the way they are right now, and Pearl will still be looked after by our staff.
Mr. Dimsdale walked out the room as Chillingsworth and Principal Bellingham started to converse with one another. Little Pearl noticed this and went straight to him. She took his hand and caressed her cheek against his hand. Mr. Dimsdale looked at Pearl and gave her a kiss on her forehead. Pearl, pleased by this, smiled and continued to walk off down the hall, with Hester running after her.
She's a strange child. It's easy to see what she inherited from her mother. Would it be bad to assume her father was just by the way she acts?
Of course it would. We should just get the truth from Hester. Or we could get the truth ourselves.
As Hester was leaving the building, she encountered Mrs. Hibbins, the sister of Principal Bellingham.
How are you? I'm doing fine, actually. Hi, Miss Hibbins.
So we're having a teen moms meeting tonight, and I was wondering if you could be a spokesperson.
I'm sorry. I have lots of schoolwork to do and paperwork, and I have to take care of Pearl. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Maybe another time.
Yeah, another time. Bye.
Now let's move on to Hester's ex-boyfriend Chad Chillingsworth. In school, he was known as the creep because of how he presented himself to everyone else. Although he was the school's counselor and helped all students with different issues, he was feared because of how he did not socialize with anyone. When he did, he didn't say much but just stared and made everyone uncomfortable. Most of his time is spent in his office where the environment is cold with the smell of medicine. A huge portion of that time was spent on researching and contemplating about Mr. Dimsdale, trying to figure him out and his secrets. Mr. Dimsdale was becoming a controversial topic that everyone speaks of due to the fact that he looked paler and because his eyes were sunken with black bags under them. His eyes showed sadness, but a sadness that was indescribable, a sadness that people seemed to have pity for. A group of students saw Mr. Dimsdale and saw fit to encourage him to seek medical help.
Mr. Dimsdale, I think you need medical attention.
No, I don't need help. I'm fine.
Even if Mr. Dimsdale dismissed the help, the other adults saw fit to ask Chad Chillingsworth to give him some type of therapy or advice because as more time passed, the sadder and paler the teacher looked. However, Dimsdale often noticed this and one day confronted them.
If it's my destiny to die, I'll die.
Whoa. Wait, just because you think you're a teacher, you can deny our help.
No, I'd rather keep the pain to myself than have you help me.
You're being foolish. Let us help him.
Mr. Dimsdale just nodded his head and left in disagreement. The next day, it was arranged for them to move into an office in which they could both fit into. Principal Bellingham believed that Chillingsworth could help Dimsdale in some way, even if it was just to be his friend. She wished that hopefully Mr. Dimsdale could find comfort in the company of Chillingsworth and become better. Everywhere the teacher would go, the counselor would follow him to observe him and give him advice. If the teacher was in class teaching, Chillingsworth was there to observe. He often took notes, making sure to capture every moment. Every time Mr. Dimsdale said or did something that the counselor found interesting, he would write it down with a huge grin on his face. People often noticed this, but the teacher didn't.
Mr. Dimsdale, so pure and spiritual as everyone thinks. I'm gonna find some dirt on him. I just need to dig a little deeper and then everybody's gonna know who he really is.
Here, my kind teacher assistant, did you get this paper with such amazing pigment in the lines?
Oh, you know, that old office max by the graveyard on the outskirts of town. They say that this paper was made from one of the trees at the graveyard.
Really?
Yes, it grew from a grave that it looked like nobody really visited. It actually grew straight out of his heart, as if he was buried with some deep, dark, hidden secret.
Well, maybe he wanted to tell a secret to someone, anyone, but he just couldn't.
Well, why not? I mean, like, this whole school, this whole community, this whole country is based on telling your secrets and being forgiven. I mean, like, it would have done him better if he revealed it while he was alive.
Well, that's crazy talk. Nothing can really show what people take into their grave. They don't have to tell anybody anything.
Well, that's true if that's what you believe in. But wouldn't it be better just to tell someone?
Well, people usually do, and they usually feel a lot better after they've told someone.
But people still bury their secrets, don't they?
Yeah, some people still do, but they still have pain and guilt down inside, even though they don't show it.
Those men deceive themselves. They're afraid. They're cowards. So you're really telling me it's okay to keep hidden inside? Those men deceive themselves.
Maybe they do. But, hey, let me ask you, do you really think I'm benefiting from you helping me by you being my teacher assistant?
Before Chillingsworth could answer, they heard a young child laugh. Dimsdale looked out the window and saw Hester Prynne and little Pearl walking through the garden behind the school.
Mommy, hurry up before the scary man gets you. You already got Mr. Dimsdale. Stop skipping around. You shouldn't be doing that around here.
Pearl ignored her mother and skipped towards the window where Chillingsworth and Dimsdale were at, making sure to get really close.
That child is trouble. She doesn't know what's right from wrong. She has no morals. I mean, like last time I saw her splatter water on Principal Bellingham. I mean, what is she even? Is she altogether evil? Does she have emotions? Does she even know that she's alive and that she exists?
None of the above. Now, I don't know if she's capable of being good or not.
Well, a long time ago you asked me what I thought you needed help on.
Yes, I did, and what do you think?
Well, I've been watching you and helping you out for a while now as your teacher assistant, and it's something that I know, but at the same time I don't.
You're talking in riddles. You're speaking gibberish.
Well, I guess to be more blunt, have you really told me everything I need to know in order to help you?
How can you even ask that? It would have been foolish to ask for a teacher assistant who also has a background in medicine to help me if I wasn't telling you everything.
So you're telling me I know everything? Okay, when people ask for help, they usually know only half of it. They only like to see what they want to see. Whatever's bothering you is not something physical, something spiritual, and something dealing with your soul.
I don't need to hear anymore. You don't major in that psychology stuff.
It's still a sickness. Whatever's in your mind, your spirit, your soul, it's making you sick. Why don't you just tell me?
No, I'm not telling you. I don't even know what I'm doing confiding in my teacher assistant who hasn't even gone to med school about my sickness. But if it really is something mental, the only person who's going to know is me, not you.
It's good that I made this step, one closer to my plan. Our friendship isn't ruined. He revealed a lot throughout this argument. I wonder what else he's able to reveal if things get even more heated.
Hey. I'm sorry about the other day. Things got kind of heated.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm actually sorry too. I didn't mean to say anything.
Okay, so we're still good? You're still my teacher assistant?
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. This is a weird case, a battle between the mental and the physical. I need to get to the bottom of this.
Not long after this, around lunchtime, Mr. Dimsdale took a nap all propped back at his desk with a big book laid upon him. This was strange to Chillingsworth because Mr. Dimsdale always slept very lightly, but on this day he had fallen into a deep sleep and was not woken by Chillingsworth in the room. He stood right in front of Mr. Dimsdale and pulled back the collar of his shirt, where he always clutched in pain. Dimsdale shuddered slightly and turned in his chair. After a second, Chillingsworth turned away with a wild look of wonder, joy, and horror on his face. He left the office, feeling very satisfied with what he discovered.
Today we have our teacher assistant, Mr. Chillingsworth, who will give us a lesson about the very infamous martyr, King Henry VIII.
Mr. Dimsdale,
Yes?
why is King Henry VIII so infamous?
Oh, I'll tell you, Sharon. King Henry VIII is well known throughout history because he had 6 different wives. His second wife, Anne Boleyn, committed adulterous acts with him, and because of his influence, he had her executed for adultery. Adultery is a very cruel thing that should not happen, because you should not break the one you love's trust. One important thing that we, as a class, can learn from this is the importance of treating people with respect. These themes are still very prevalent today.
Mr. Chillingworth,
Yes, Sharon?
I understand why this is important to learn about today, but do you really think things like adultery are still
Good question, Sharon. Adultery, while unfortunate, is actually much more common than you think. Just think of it like this. Say, for instance, that your teacher had an affair with a younger female student.
Ew, that's gross. Ew, grody.
Exactly. Adultery is very gross.
Bye, Mr. Chillingworth.
Bye.
Can't believe I did it. I'm a teacher. What would the school think if they found out? I would be fired and even arrested. But I can't keep lying about it. They have to know eventually.
Oh, what have I done?
Why did I scream? There are still people here. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
What the hell?
Oh, hey, Mr. Dimsdale. Don't you love the new mural? Mr. Chillingworth had it installed to boost school morale. The kids will love it.
Yeah, it's great.
I knew you'd think that.
What would Mr. Wilson think if he knew what I did? What would the principal think?
Hello, Mr. Dimsdale.
Hello, Hester.
You didn't say hello to me. You know you can't ignore me forever. When are you going to talk to me and Mama when people are in the hallway?
Maybe one day.
What are you doing here, Mr. Dimsdale?
Oh, I was helping Hester with the history problem.
Well, we have class soon, and we want to get to the classroom before the kids get too rowdy.
Let's get going.
Yeah, come on.
Little baby Pearl, the daughter of teenage Hester, is now 4 years old. Yes, the same Hester who slept around and ruined her life. The same Hester who ruined her chances of getting into the most prestigious of schools. I guess we can't all be perfect, and Miss Pren realized that when she lost everything she worked so hard to have because she had to focus on her child. The child that was conceived based on a word that begins with C. Is it C for her grades? Well, yes, because she was doing so poorly in school. Perhaps that C is for cheater, a cheater who happened to get her pregnant, and after that there were many C's in her life. More importantly, the C's she got as grades were also the C's that kept on ruining her life. The constant reminder of her failure, the reminder that she was so young and already was a mother, but Pearl was a blessing, a distraction from her chaotic life. Pearl was the light in her dark and empty world. She had so much on her plate as a high school student and mother. She was able to make 4 years. She didn't even have the help of her parents. Now Hester is 21. 4 years have gone by where she has had to face many adversities since Pearl was born. She is now in college and leaves Pearl at her preschool that happens to be where 2 of her old friends are also at.
Taken Pearl to school many times, and those many times I always have taken glances at Dimsdale, but oh no, does Dimsdale look worse than in high school? Yes, he does. He looks like death itself with a very pallid complexion that will never leave my mind. Oh, his beautiful face. Oh, what am I doing? He is nothing and means nothing. I need to leave.
Is that Hester?
Yeah. Isn't she so amazing? She's so caring, and calm, and candid, and so much more.
Are we all captivated by her? I wish I was her. I hate her for being so amazing. I hate how she doesn't get rid of the C on her pants.
Even though they know the rumors of my teenage scandal, they don't seem to care anymore. Instead, they are nicer and have actual conversations with me. I even help tutor some of them, and even though some of them tell me to do their homework, I don't find a problem with it.
Hey everybody, listen up. We're gonna have a pop quiz.
As I sit back in class, I analyze everyone in the room taking the test. I spy a few cheaters copying off another's test. I guess we really are all the same, but I've changed. I have changed. Or have I? Oh, just focus, Esther, and stop pestering yourself. Why can't I focus? Is it the guilt? Yes, it is. How could I be so dumb to think my ex-boyfriend wouldn't do anything to Dimsdale? My poor Dimsdale. Don't worry, my Dimsdale. You will know soon the dark secret of your assistant teacher, Mr. Shillingsworth.
Oh, hello, the black man. Hi.
Girl, stay here. I'll be back.
Okay, Mama.
I'd like to talk to you about something that affects us both.
Mrs. Prim, you want to talk to me? Well, I've heard good things from your students. They say you're a good teacher, so I guess we can forget what you did years ago.
What I did was wrong, and it should not be forgotten or changed. But it could be seen as a message to others.
Please then, women like you strive for the confidence to show others your seat. The way that's going to stay with you forever. Filthy cheater.
Who you calling filthy? You're filthy.
Something's off about Shillingsworth. He's different. He has become less quiet and calm through the attempts of hiding his emotions. Shillingsworth's darkness is being consumed by the devil, which is why wherever he walks, there is darkness inside him.
I deeply apologize. I can see all the darkness in your life, the evil and revenge built in your eyes. Maybe if I wouldn't have stayed quiet, maybe Dimsdale would be dead by now. And he wouldn't have to be facing all the suffering you're putting him into. You're a horrible person.
Wow, poor Dimsdale. But he deserves all of this. He hasn't seen it coming.
Stop! Just stop! He doesn't deserve this. Don't torture him anymore.
Never.
I'll tell him everything. Watch out! Watch out! Pearl!
Oh, that little selfish jerk, seeing how he is now. It makes me regret ever dating him. I guess the entire time, we were never truly happy.
Oh, Pearl! Pearl, where are you?
Oh, Mom, I have a question for you.
What?
How come Mr. Dimsdale always carries tests with C's on it?
What silly question? Stop asking those. Come on, let's go.
But Mama, wait. How come whenever he sees me or you in the hallway, he always clutches his test to his chest? Look, Mama, he does it like this.
Stop being like that. I told you already. So let's go. Come on. I don't have time for your bratty game. Let's go.
Mama, answer the question, please.
No, be quiet.
Really tell her the truth that her mother's a cheater, and that she ruined her life over a silly man who I happen to love. Is it love, or could it be lust? She must not know, not now, not ever.
finish questions 7 through 10 and I'll be right back. Come on, Pearl.
Mommy, why is it that wherever you go, the sun doesn't follow? It goes away from you. But stay here and let me catch it for you. It doesn't run for me like it does from you, because unlike you, I don't have the letter C.
You will never have the letter C, Pearl.
Why not? Wouldn't it make me become a woman?
Go, dear. Just go into the sun before it runs away.
Mommy, you made it go away now.
Watch, Pearl. I can catch it too. I can stretch my hands and get some too. Come on, Pearl. We can rest on the benches by the track.
But I'm not tired, Mom. You can sit and I can tell a story.
A story? What about?
About the evil spirit. How it wanders around and possesses people by marking them and makes them do things that they don't want to do. Did you even meet him, Mommy?
Who told you of such things?
It was the creepy old lady next door to us. She made me fall asleep while she talked about it. She said there have been many people who have been marked by the evil spirit, and she said she was one of them. Mommy, she also said that this letter on you was the evil spirit's mark on you, and that it glows red when you meet it here at night. Is that true? Are you meeting it tonight?
When have you woken up and find me not next to you in bed?
Never? But if you don't want to leave me alone in the house, please take me with you. I would love to go. But tell me the truth, Mommy. Is there really an evil spirit? And have you really met him? Is that what this letter is really about?
Child, stop asking me of such questions. If I tell you, would you please stop?
Yes, I will if you tell me.
I met the evil spirit once. The letter is his mark on me.
Oh, Mommy, what is the pond saying?
You have sorrow in your own life. Maybe you would know. I hear someone walking along the tracks and twigs snapping. Pearl, please go play and let me speak who is coming.
Is it the evil spirit?
Just go and play, but don't go far. Come back when I call your name.
But Mommy, if it is the evil spirit, is it okay if I stay a while to look at him?
Go, silly girl. It's not the evil spirit. It is my teacher, Mr. D.
Mom, it is this evil spirit. Look at how he is in pain. Is it because the evil spirit has marked him too? How come I can't see it like how I can see yours?
Go now, daughter, and stop pestering me, but don't go far. Stay where I can see you.
Mr. D! Mr. D!
Who's there? Hester, is that you? Are you alive?
Mr. D, is it really you?
Do you feel at peace?
Do you?
No, not at all. How can I find peace knowing what I've done? I'm supposed to be a teacher, yet I have failed you.
I am one out of hundreds of students. You are a great teacher. The whole school loves you. Does that not comfort you?
No, that only makes me feel worse. These students all look up to me, yet they don't know what I've done in the dark. How am I supposed to be happy at the fact that I have all these kids praising me when I have done such a terrible thing?
You have suffered through guilt long enough. What is done can't be forgotten, although I feel it has been forgiven. You as a teacher now should continue to do what you do and live a happier life. You teach to positively impact the lives of students. You should be grateful. I believe your good outweighs your bad, so please forgive yourself.
No, Hester, I cannot. I cannot forgive myself. You may have been able to move past this. I've branded your mistakes in your body so the world to see. Yet I have held it deep within my heart and hidden on my body. After all these years, no one knows of my crimes. They all look at me like I'm such sort of God, whereas I know that even if I knew such crimes, I could be thrown into the wolves. I might as well die.
One does not know what we have done. You said that if someone knew, you would be tortured and punished, but little did you know you're living with someone who is doing exactly that to you.
So you're saying that person who knows lives in the same house with me?
I beg of you to please forgive me. I am sorry I've kept this from you for so long. I know you don't deserve to be lied to by me, but what if your life was threatened? Would you not lie too? That cruel man, Chad, he was my boyfriend.
I might have known this. I did know this. I knew that it was weird that he was so interested in me. How could I not understand how I was so oblivious? Oh, Hester, the shame of this thing. This is all all your fault. I can't forgive you.
You have to forgive me. Let what we deserve happen, but please forgive me. Please forgive me. Will you forgive me? Please forgive me.
I do forgive you. I forgive us both. We have not done the worst. Chad has. He has tortured and weaved his way into our lives, and despite he was committed to worst of our crimes.
How? Have you forgotten what we've done?
Hester, he made you keep the secret and threatened your life. He seeked revenge and tortured us both. He is truly an evil man. Is that not worse?
I believe so.
How am I supposed to live with this man? I now know what he did, and since you're telling me, I'm sure he knows who you are.
You no longer have to.
How can I avoid having to?
We can leave. Go anywhere.
I cannot leave. I have a job here. Everything I know is here. No, I cannot go.
No, you must come with me.
Sorry, Hester. I just can't. You have to go alone. If we leave, we have nowhere to go. Where would we go?
I don't know. Somewhere big, like a city, and it has to be safe for not only me, but for Pearl.
Of course, New York City. It's big and it's safe for Pearl. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm getting excited that we'll be together and far away from this horrid place.
I feel weird. I feel scared. I feel some type of way. This isn't supposed to happen. Why do I feel this way?
You will love her, won't you? She's beautiful. Look at her. Her natural skills with the nature around her. She's a perfect child. And look how much she looks like you.
Hester, this child who's always next to you has caused me a great deal of trouble. I see myself in her in both her personality and appearance, but to me, I still think she's not like you than me.
No, she does not. Look at how strangely beautiful she looks with those flowers in her hair. It's as if she's one of those fairies you see in the fairy tales, and is here to meet us. Do not let her get to you because of her calm and comforting nature. Our Pearl can be mischievous at times, especially when it comes to emotions, because after all, she is a child who doesn't really understand much. She's smart and she loves me and will most definitely love you.
Oh, you don't understand what I'm feeling in my heart right now. It's not just Pearl. Every child I've encountered with does not get along with me. They do not smile at me. They do not interact with me. None less like me. Even like babies who understand no better, cry when I hold them in my arms. Then there's Pearl, who's been kind to me all times. I've talked to her, hence the day in the principal's office.
You treated her very nicely, and I remembered everything. I'm sure Pearl does too. Do not be scared of her. She may seem shy and strange at first, but you will learn to like her strange ways.
I feel like this lake is separating two worlds. Why won't she come? Ugh, this is annoying already.
Come here, Pearl. Why are you like this? Please just come and meet this friend of mine. He wants to be your friend too. You weird child, why won't you come to me? Come on, Pearl, just come. I'm getting angry with you. Come now or I'll come to you. I think I know why she isn't coming. She saw me cover my tattoo.
Please, just get her here. Do what you have to do. You'll do it if you love me.
Look, Pearl, please come.
I've never seen such a child behave in this manner. Ugh.
She won't be like this once we leave, I promise. She just doesn't like it here. Are you happy now?
Yes, now you look like my mom. Why is he here? Does he now love us? Is he going to man up now?
Not now, Pearl, one day. He is my friend. Will you love him now?
Will he always keep his hand like that?
You don't ask questions like that. Give him a hug. Maybe next time. But don't forget our plan.
I won't. I have to go now. Should I tell the other teachers about my relationship with Hester? Should I tell them I'm the father of Pearl? No, I must not, because they're going to judge me. Then this plan will be ruined and so will our lives. But I must tell them, because I cannot hold in this guilt any longer. I need to tell them. No, for Hester, Pearl, and my own sake, I will not. I'll hold it in a little longer. I can do this. Hey, Chad. I don't think I'm in need of your help anymore in my classroom.
How come, Mr. D?
I've just used your help for so long, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, but I'm just no longer in need of it anymore.
So, you want me to just leave like that after I've enjoyed working with you for so long?
Yes, you may leave.
Good.
What's happening now over this stupid school?
What's your attitude, Pearl? We have to be here because we're getting a new principal.
It's about time.
Anyway, we have to go in so we can meet him and hear the welcome back speech.
Will Arthur be there?
Mr. Demzo will be the one giving the speech.
He's such a weirdo. One minute he's crying because he wants to be with us, and then he won't talk about us in front of everybody else. Like, what? Why does he even have his hand over his heart? Like, I don't understand.
Bro, you need to mind your own business and not worry about everyone else. Here. Play games and stop asking questions, please.
Hello, Sunshine Connie speaking. How may I take your complaint? Secret vote.
Hello, Mrs. Prin. I'm just calling to go over your travel plans. I know you requested to have a free seat available next to you and your 2 other passengers, but unfortunately it was the last open seat and someone had to book it at the last minute. He also claimed he didn't have a mode of transport to the airport, so we arranged for him to ride in the same rental car with you and your passengers. He doesn't live far from you, so it won't add much to the commute time.
Wait a minute, would this passenger be Mr. Chad Chillingsworth?
I can't tell you that. Our privacy policy in place states that we're not allowed to reveal the identity of other customers that are not in direct relation.
Mom, that's the same kid that tried to kiss me. He looks horrible.
Yes, can't you see his cute, exhausted self? I guess he looks different, but that's still him.
Just saying, if I would have known that it was him, I would have gone and hugged him in front of everyone else. Wonder what he would say then.
Don't do that, Pearl. Don't do that.
Hey girl, why the long face? Oh, I already know. I can tell with my psychology degree that Mr. Pervert on stage is looking busted. He probably suffocated himself with shaving his head and all of his papers.
You think?
Oh, I already know. I know the school inside out, and if you don't think I know everything that happens on this campus, girl, please.
So what are you saying?
I know a cheater when I see one. And Dimsel's mark, just like your mother's, will be revealed to all soon. I'm sorry, Pearl. You don't need these flop parents abusing you. You can always come live with me.
How dare you? Oh my gosh, I can't believe that jerk.
Mom, the travel agent called and he said that Chad said that he would take care of Dimdale's ticket, so just worry about getting you and me out of here ASAP.
As if Chad would never. He would never. That creep doesn't have good plans for Arthur.
Embarrass yourself, especially if you bring them up there with you. You look like an idiot.
The only time I've ever looked like an idiot was when I trusted you. Besides, when have you ever really cared for me, huh? No, I'm ending this right now. You can come. I have a confession to make in front of all you today, right here, that I am not nearly as perfect as you may or may not think that I am. Better late than never, I guess.
Yeah, barely.
How is this better? What would happen to us?
No matter what happens, It needs to be done. I can't take it anymore. I did it. It was me.
Did what?
I can't take this extreme guilt. I did it. It was me. All of these eyes upon me, I can't deny it anymore.
Did what?
For the love of God, it was me. I'm the baby daddy. For all this time, you've been blaming Hester for being this cheater, when really I was standing here just as guilty as she is.
We been new, sis.
Can I please get my confession out? All right, anyway, here it is.
No, I did not go to teaching school, so you can grow a spine and confess.
Don't even try it. You're just as guilty as I am. Girl, please.
You actually did it. It took long enough, but you actually ended up to your mistake.
You're not a mistake, Phil, and don't let anyone tell you that you are.
Will we ever see each other?
Just be with me here in this moment.
At least we've been together.
I hope so. I hope so. Oh, bronchitis, tuberculosis, scarlet fever.
You're done, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You know you're going to jail, right?
Oh, yeah, I kind of figured. Or the shot, right?
I'm gonna have a word with that Gucci because it looks anything like mine.
I could run this prison full of idiots. I have two
psychology degrees. God, we get it already. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
What's happening now over this stupid school?
Pearl, what's your attitude? You have to be here because...
What's happening now over this stupid school?
Shut up, Pearl. Oh, wait.
What's happening now over this stupid school?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. What's your attitude, Pearl? Okay.
Okay.
Wait, is it good?
Yes.
Just go. Go.
Wait. I thought, okay.
I can cut this.
Yeah,
You're like,
cut it.
and then I'll just.
Okay.
Oh, I already know. I don't know the line. I can tell.
Mr. Perfect up there is
I
looking
can tell
busted.
my psychology degree. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna just.
Mom, that's the same guy that tried to kiss me. He looks horrible.
Yes, of course, but can't you see his bloodshot eyes? Oh wait, sorry. His trauma.
Oh, I think you do. I know because I'm an expert, and I can tell that Mr. What's the line?
No matter what happens, this needed to be done. Hold on, pause, because this is the wrong hand. No matter what happens.
Hello, my name is Daniela Aguilar, and you are watching
Disney Channel.
the Disney Channel.